I can't really say that this is a review. This is me just stating the fact that I'm really in love with this frame.
Such another promised land.
Okay, hola YouTube. My name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Today we're gonna be talking about the frames that I'm using right here. These are the Entente Diri Dari, the Diri Dari frame. I've been skating these, I would say maybe for over 3-4 months now, maybe even a bit more. Let me think. I got them for like almost 5 months now. Yeah, let me put them on and let me tell you what I think about them. But meanwhile, let me just tell you where I am. So I'm in a place called Azeitão in Portugal. And the reason why I'm in Azeitão, it's because this is the place where Deco, my dog, is doing the rehab for an accident. She was hit by a car almost 2.5 months ago. Let me just put this helmet. I don't have a lot of time, so let me show you the park. This is a bowl that it's here for not a long time. From what I know, this bowl is fairly new. It's not too high. It's like probably like 1 meter high, but it has a couple of cool features. I like it. I have no wax or anything, so please bear with me if it's not the best skating ever. I'm gonna have fun, that's all it matters. So yeah, let me see what I got here. And now, let's do this. Take the skates off. Okay, so let's do this. Let me talk about the Diri Dari frame. And what is this? Well, if you've never seen this, I made a video where when I received it, I went through all the specs and all that. And today, I'm basically going to talk about my impressions after having this for like, I think like 5 months. I don't really know. I think I have it for like 5 months, and it's been my preferred frame, my frame of choice since I have it. I've tried it with different wheels. I started by skating them with 59s. I then skated them for a while, one foot with 58 with a pointier profile from Pills, and the other one with 57s, more like a square profile. And I have now been skating for the past 2 weeks with undercover 55s 92A. And honestly, the 55 92As on this frame just became the best thing ever in terms of skating flat, because I just don't feel like I have any wheel bite. I am not saying that everyone is going to feel the same, and also so very important to say that I'm skating here, and I have been skating the past 2 weeks at least with the rollerblade blank Sean Keane skate, and the frame is attached to the boot and the sole plate gets attached also to the boot, meaning that the frame is like deep, like a little bit deep inside the sole plate, making the frame a bit lower. But when you have something like this, because you don't need to lean as much, you can have more wheel bite, because usually the way that you avoid wheel bite is by leaning your foot more, and then you either avoid touching, or if you have like a rounder wheel or a pointier wheel, that doesn't really happen. Now I'm skating with a super flat wheel. This 55 is like, it's very flat, and you could see that if this would be bigger, for sure I would have wheel bite, huh? But honestly, skating these with, it has a little bit of wheel protection, that obviously this wheel cup could even be bigger because I'm skating these wheels, but it just feels so good. So the thing about this frame, it's obviously super responsive. You look at this, you see that it has bridges in between first and second wheel. Of course, it has another big bridge in the middle, which is the block, and also bridge here between the third and fourth. So these makes the frame stiffer. Then the material used on this frame, it's super fast, and that is something that I really enjoy. Then something else that I really like about these is, yes, they are not the first ones to use this type of axle. In fact, even Rollerblade used it in the past with the triangle. Trigger also has it. Ground Control has their own shape. Dam skates have their own shape. There's a lot of frames that made it in the past, like even 50/50 have their own. I like it. I didn't have any problem. I basically had zero problems with these, because I know that sometimes some brands, especially when it's a rectangle or even with Ground Control, they start getting loose very easily here. They start opening this shape, and with the triangle, I honestly didn't felt it. Maybe because being a triangle, it has the biggest amount of surface in the same angle that you can have while still closing. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but like 3 big pieces like with the same surface against the frame, it doesn't really allow the axle to rotate. So zero problems at all with that. Now I can complain about something, and I would complain about the hardware, not the triangle side but the other side. I would love to have the bolts a bit deeper, because I kind of feel like they're not deep enough. So if they are a bit dirty with wax on the inside, or if you don't have the right tool, you can easily strip these. Of course, it's a bolt that you can get easily, maybe not the triangle, but these ones you can get easily, so that wouldn't be a problem. But in terms of performance, man, that's where this shines. And I can't really say that this is a review. This is me just stating the fact that I'm really in love with this frame. It's just a simple design, and it just works. Like I used to skate flat for a long time with a skate that a lot of people don't even consider flat, which is the AN. I really love the ANs for that sense. Now with the ANs, I have the problem of the speed, but that happens because in order for you to have a frame, a sole plate, and the boot all out of the same material, of course the material needs to be either soft or hard. So you need to get like into the right comfort or the right speed, and sometimes the way for you to play with that is by increasing the density of the plastic in some areas, making it stiffer, and in other parts you can make thinner, making it softer. But thicker or thinner is not going to make the skate faster, you know? Faster is by having usually harder plastic. Now, harder plastic would probably not be comfortable enough, so that's for me sometimes a problem with the ANs. I still love those skates, and I still stand by saying that that's one of the best skates on the market, period. Now, if you want to try other boots, and if you want to look for the perfect flat frame, that doesn't really exist. I will not say that this is the perfect frame, because if I'm going to be skating something just like this, just a bowl, I would probably prefer to skate a solo frame. But at the end of the day, as an all-around frame, right now, for me, I think this is it. I really like other frames on the market. I really like the Adapt frame. When I skated them with like a bit smaller wheels, something like these. I skated them with the Conjure 57s, and I really enjoyed them. I also really like the Kaiser Fluid 5s, but these, man. And then it's a very small company from Germany. It's made by someone that I know for a long time. You might not know the story behind this frame, but there used to be a person working at Powerslide that was, and still is, probably one of the biggest skate geeks that I know. His name is Mark Hoyce. He's probably also one of the biggest video gigs, and he's also probably one of the main reasons why I started his YouTube channel. He used to be in charge of the social media at first for Powerslide, then he was in charge mainly for the YouTube channel. He doesn't really work with Powerslide anymore, but he used to give a lot of feedback on the products when he was asked for. I always kind of felt like his feedback about products was not taking as much in consideration as other pro skaters, because people used to think, yeah, you're not really a pro skater, so maybe your feedback is not as valuable as the skaters that really skate with that and do that. But the truth is, Mark knows his stuff. He always knew his stuff. So when he left Powerslide and started working on this project, and me skating these and enjoying it as much, it just comes to prove that you don't need to be the best, more known pro skater to develop the best product, honestly, or to give the feedback. It's like, this guy, he's amazing, he's an amazing skater, he's an amazing video maker, and his geekiness on products got this amazing product, the Entente Diri Dari frame. Well, people keep on asking where they can get it. I know that Eden Skate has the Entente Diri Dari frames, and they do ship worldwide. So make sure to check edenskate.com, look for Entente goods or Diri Dari frame, and you will find it. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you will be able to get it. And then, once you get them, please let me know what you think about this, because I love them. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear if more people share these same opinions about this thing. And Mark, please, if you can get deeper bolts, that would make a difference. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to give me some thumbs up if you enjoy it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, now it's the time to do it. If you want to support this channel, you can become a member and have access by pressing on that join button, and then you will get access to all the exclusive content that I do for the members. And other than that, well, just like I always say, just don't forget why we all started skating, and it's because it's fun now. Cheers, and see you soon. By the way, this also works amazing for backslide, storks, top sides, and all that. That's why I like them.
Somewhere